The S8 Tiger is Brooker's floor-standing sequential WD XRF system. We use a very high precision goniometer to measure angles inside our system between the incoming X-rays hitting a crystal and the outcoming X-rays hitting a detector. The flexibility of the S8 Tiger means that with one instrument you can analyse every element from boron up to uranium, from ppm up to high percentage levels, in just about any sort of sample preparation.
We have a multiple sample changer that allows you to put different samples in different positions, like a liquid or a pressed pellet.
If you have a standard application on your instrumentation and decide that you need to add another application later on, you can do it because how flexible the S8 Tiger is. An example, if you're in the oil industry and measuring sulfur and oil, and then your manager comes up to you and says, hey, I need an application for wear metals or lube oils, you can add these applications without adding anything to the instrumentation.
One of the greatest fears of running liquid samples on an XRF instrument is that there can be a sample breakage in the chamber. Bruker's software is smart enough to realize that that's a liquid sample and it can only be ran in helium.
With our unique feature known as Sample Care, we have protection for when a sample is loaded into the instrument, when the sample is being analyzed, and when the sample is removed from the instrumentation. One of the examples of Sample Care is a vacuum seal. And what this does is separates the sample chamber from the goniometer. So when you need to switch from helium mode to vacuum mode to helium mode, it's matters of seconds. And it also saves you a lot of cost and helium consumption because you're only flushing the sample chamber, which is about the size of your fist, compared to the entire chamber and goniometer components.
With our instrument, we are using roughly 3 times less helium than competitors do. Our sample care package prolongs the life of the instrument, minimizes the chance of the error. Altogether, it gives them additional benefit that the uptime of the instrument is substantially higher.
As a Bruker engineer, I have seen as these instruments have proceeded from generation to generation, the reliability get greater and greater. We strive to have our customers up at least 97% of the time. Between our remote diagnostics, our field engineers, our supply of parts, we have no problem meeting that goal and exceeding it in most cases.
Bruker was the first company to offer touch control on analytical instrumentation. One of the biggest advantages of touch control is how easy it is for the daily operator to use the instrumentation.
The S8 Tiger software is very, very intuitive.
They load the sample into the instrument, they select their application, they type in the sample ID, and they press measure. It can't get that much easier for the daily operator.
Bruker's many, many years of being in this industry has been built into the software for you.
The S8 Tiger comes in 3 different flavors. We have our low-powered 1 kilowatt system and the higher-powered 3 and 4 kilowatt systems. The benefit of owning our 1 kilowatt system would be not needing an external water chiller. So less infrastructure in your lab, you can maybe put it in a slightly different location, which obviously increases your flexibility. With having 3 different instruments in our portfolio, it gives Bruker the opportunity to match the best sort of system to the customer's application.
We supply the instrument pre-calibrated and ready to do whatever customer wants to do.
With the latest developments in the S8 Tiger, a measurement that maybe 5 years ago would have taken more than 10 minutes, these days only takes a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, giving you much more time during the day to actually get samples measured, so your sample throughput increases, your productivity increases, and so does your profitability.